His name was Ayan Malik, ruthless in the boardroom, respected in the industry, feared by competitors, and admired by thousands. But behind the expensive suit and polished shoes lived a man breaking quietly, a widowed father doing everything he could to protect the only thing he had left, his little son, Donnie. Since his wife died 3 years ago, his world had lost color. His routines were predictable, calculated, empty. Every morning he dropped Donnie at school, then stopped by the same cafe to drink black coffee in silence before burying himself in work. And that's exactly what he planned to do on this rainy Wednesday morning. But fate had other plans. As he pushed open the cafe door, shaking droplets off his coat, he noticed something unusual. The cafe, usually loud with morning chatter, was quiet. People stared toward the corner table, the one he always sat at. And that's where he saw her. A girl, maybe 18 or 19, small and fragile looking, sitting in a wheelchair. Her hair was tied in a loose ponytail, her sweater slightly oversized, and her eyes, they were full of a strange mixture of hope and nervousness. In front of her, across from his usual spot, was a chair pulled out, saved. She smiled shyly and whispered, hi. I saved this seat for you. Ayan froze. He didn't know her. He didn't understand her. People didn't save seats for him, they avoided him. Excuse me, he said, confused. Her voice was soft but steady. You sit here every day. I see you. So I thought, maybe today, you shouldn't drink your coffee alone. The entire cafe held its breath. Ayan looked around, expecting a prank or hidden camera, but all he saw was a girl with trembling hands, trying not to lose her courage. He sat down, unsure why. She looked relieved, as if she'd been waiting for this moment for weeks. I'm Mare, she said. He nodded. Ayan, I know, she said softly. People talk about you. You're the serious CEO who never smiles. He raised an eyebrow. And that made you want to sit with me. She shook her head. No, what made me want to sit with you, was the way you look out the window when no one's watching. The way your shoulders look heavy. You look like someone who needs a friend. Her words struck him deeper than he expected. He hadn't realized anyone noticed his sadness, he didn't even let his own son see it. He cleared his throat, feeling exposed. Why are you here, Mare? She hesitated, then took a deep breath. Because, I don't want to be alone either. The simplicity of her confession made his heart soften. They talked. At first about small things, the weather, their favorite drinks, the cafe's terrible music playlist. But slowly, gently, Mare began opening up. She told him she had been in a car accident 2 years ago. She lost movement in her legs, and her mother couldn't handle the responsibility. So she left. Her father worked double shifts, taking whatever job he could find, leaving her alone most days. I learned to live with loneliness, she said, trying to sound brave. But then I saw you. And I thought, maybe we don't have to sit alone. Ayan felt something he hadn't felt in years, empathy unclouded by pain. The next day, he returned to the cafe, and there she was again, the same seat waiting for him. And the next day, and the next. Their meetings became routine, then habit, then something deeper. He found himself looking forward to her smile, her stubborn encouragement, her quiet strength. She helped Donnie with drawings and school projects when Ayan brought him along. Donnie adored her, called her Auntie Wheels, which made her laugh till she snorted. But he noticed something else too. Mare often winced when shifting in her wheelchair. She hid her medical reports under her sweater sleeves. She avoided talking about her health. One evening, after dropping Donnie home, he returned to the cafe and found the staff panicking. Mare had collapsed. He rushed her to the hospital, staying by her bedside the whole night. That's when he learned the truth. Her condition wasn't stable. She needed surgery, expensive surgery that her father could never afford. And Mare never asked anyone for help. Because she didn't want to be a burden. When she woke, she saw him sitting there, eyes tired but full of determination. Why are you here? She whispered. Because you saved a seat for me, he said. Now let me save one for you. In your future. She shook her head weakly. Ayan, I don't want pity. This isn't pity, he said. This is what friends do. What family does. Her eyes filled with tears. Ayan arranged the surgery, handled every detail, spoke to specialists, used every connection he had. But this wasn't business, it was personal. For the first time since his wife's death, he felt alive again. He felt purpose. Weeks passed. The day Mare took her first assisted steps in therapy, she cried into his chest. "I thought I'd never stand again," she whispered. "And I thought I'd never care for anyone again," he replied. Healing became a journey they took together. She learned to walk again, slowly, stumbling, holding his hand. He learned to open his heart again, slowly, trembling, holding hers. Months later, he arrived at the cafe with Donnie and found Mare standing on her own 2 feet, tears shining in her eyes. "I saved this seat for you," she said again, smiling. This time, he pulled out the chair beside her. "No," he whispered. "I'm never sitting across from you again. I'm sitting with you, always." She covered her mouth, overwhelmed. The cafe people clapped. Donnie jumped up and hugged her. And for the first time in years, Ayan smiled, a real smile. 2 broken people who found each other in a small cafe, all because a lonely wheelchair girl saved a seat for a man who thought he would never heal. And if you're still listening, remember this. Sometimes the smallest act of kindness becomes the beginning of a beautiful story. Sometimes sitting with someone is all it takes to change a life. If this story warmed your heart even a little, make sure to like this video and subscribe. Your support helps us bring more inspiring stories to you.